CoregamerProduction. Willkommen auf der Spieleseite der Macht.
Hey you guys und willkommen zu Batman The Telltale Series. Mein Name ist der Rockstar und in der letzten Folge haben wir gesehen, wie Falcone gestorben ist. Und ja, mal schauen, wie es weitergeht. Oh, die Polizistin ist unter Arrest wahrscheinlich. Und wir natürlich als Bruce Wayne denken uns unseren Part dazu.
We are in deep shit.
Ach, was du nicht sagst.
I bought us some time, but not much. Word's gonna get out, sooner or later. Why would she do something like this? We had Gotham's biggest crime lord in our grasp. This close, we were this close!
I don't know. I hardly recognized her when she burst in. She was so different from the woman we met in the hall.
It's a disgrace. Another officer gone rogue.
It just doesn't make any sense. She'd never do anything to hurt the department.
Falcone's case meant justice for 1,000 unnamed victims. And now it is a PR disaster. How can I run against corruption when our own cops are redecorating the precinct with their prisoners' brains? Listen, we gotta get out in front of this. We gotta spin it as best we can. Issue a statement saying that we have the shooter in custody. Details are still coming in and that we're investigating. The usual.
Slow down, Harvey. We need the facts first.
The simple fact is she walked in and shot him.
Then we need the complex facts, like how and why.
Lieutenant, Mr. District Attorney, Falcone's lawyers are here.
Oh, Christ. I can delay them for a little while, but we still need answers.
Tell me if she says anything. I have to know why she did this.
Oh, ich ahne Böses. Ich ahne extrem Böses.
Alfred, Falcone's been murdered.
Good God.
I'm looking into it, but I'll need access to the back computer for anything I find.
Connection secured.
Alfred, I'm gonna try and confirm some suspicions of mine.
So. Erstmal Nacken.
Fresh injection site. That doesn't look like blood.
Oh, Mund.
Her veins, still visible beneath her skin. Alfred, I think I found the substance. Analyze and forward me the result.
Of course. I'll be in touch as soon as I have the results.
Where am I? Mr. Wayne? What's going on? Oh, but I got this awful feeling something terrible happened. Everything is such a blur.
Sergeant, you have to think. What do you remember?
Oh, God. Falcone. I was hoping it wasn't real.
I believe you were drugged, Sergeant.
It would explain a lot. Listen, you have to believe me. I talked big about hurting thugs like Falcone, but I would never betray the lieutenant. Everything is so foggy. I remember a sharp pain.
There's an injection site on your neck.
Then I just felt light, like I could do whatever I wanted. No guilt, no consequence. There was a voice in my ear insisting Falcone was gonna get off. And all I knew was that I had to stop that. I had to, no matter what. The reasons why I shouldn't, they were a million miles away.
You have to remember more, Montoya. Try.
I remember a hand on my arm, guiding me like a parent with a child. The voice, it was saying something about revolution.
Eine
Cobblepot
Revolution.
said something similar.
Das kommt uns sehr bekannt vor. Das wollte ich auch gerade sagen, wegen
I'm
hier
so
Ostwald.
sorry, Lieutenant. I've let you down.
We stalled Falcone's lawyers for now, but they'll be back. So how is she? Did she tell you anything?
Yeah, hey, don't worry about that now.
Someone used her as a weapon, Harvey. They drugged her and sent her after Falcone.
Hey, get forensics in here. Now!
She remembers a voice saying something about revolution.
That's not much to go on.
Now, if you're bringing forensics in, let's get Bruce out.
Alfred, I gotta get back to the manor. I've got a lead on whoever's behind this.
Bruce! What are you doing here? My friends in the GCPD have been telling stories about some kind of lockdown?
I'm sorry, Vicky. I don't have time.
Don't brush me off. Word is there were shots fired near where Falcone was being held. Know anything about that? I mean, you must have been back there when it happened.
I have no comment at this time.
Don't be like that, Bruce. Talk to me. Word is you turned over enough dirt on Falcone to put him in Blackgate Prison for life. A day after he showed up at your house. And now you're here. You can't afford to be associated with another scandal. I can keep your name out of whatever we print, but you need to give me something I can use. Who fired the shots? A cop? I can tell by the way you're brushing me off that something happened. Just give me something to run with.
Please, get out of my way, Vicky. I'm in a hurry.
Huh. Disappointing. Maybe you have more to do with this than I thought.
Vicky, wir werden noch miteinander reden, aber heute nicht. Weil ich traue der noch nicht so ganz. Weil Vicky ist natürlich eine Plaudertasche und wir können jetzt erstmal nicht riskieren, dass unser Name irgendwo in der Zeitung steht, würde ich mal sagen. Ey, der Batcave sieht auch geil aus, ne?
Either Cobblepot drugged Montoya himself or someone else is using his revolutionary rhetoric. Either way, I need to find him. Let's put our drones in the air and start a search. I'll run a trace on his cell. In the meantime, we have to find out what we can do about this drug.
The computer's been analyzing the chemicals from Montoya's bloodstream.
Throw that up on the monitor. The residue I scanned on Montoya is similar to the nerve agent I found at the docks. Let's see what we got.
It's ironic that Falcone died at the hands of someone drugged with his chemicals. Who'd have guessed that's how he'd meet his maker? Prone in his sickbed, surrounded by police who were ordered to protect him.
Falcone got off easy by getting killed. He deserved much worse.
Whoever did this was judge, jury, and executioner. No one should act as all three. I hope he told you something before he was killed. What did you learn from him?
Practically family, he said.
Family? Funny, I don't recall any Sunday dinners with the mob.
It wasn't Falcone who called the hit.
Yes, well, I suppose that makes sense. Your father, Hill, and Falcone would have balanced each other out.
Computers pinpointed reference points on the two compounds.
Was hat der Bat-Computer denn gesagt? Probe aus den Docks?
The men at the docks were doused with the base chemicals. The reaction was messy. They were out of control.
Probe von Montoya.
This refined drug is like a weapon. It only took a small injection to strip Montoya of her moral filters and make her act on her base impulses. Both compounds seem stable, but they're quick to fall apart. Whoever processed it knew what they were doing.
What could the creators of such a drug possibly have in mind? Fighting your wars is one thing, but drugging others to fight them for you? Oh,
Considering the amount they stole from Falcone, they could build a small army of remorseless assassins.
The thought is chilling. Your drones are in position to triangulate Cobblepot's location.
Cobblepot, wo befindest du dich jetzt gerade? Das wird uns mal jetzt recht gut interessieren. Wähle eine Drohne nach Ostwolds Handysignal suchen aus. Achso, hier. Erstmal Mitte, Stadtmitte Gotham. Ach, wir sollen jetzt selber rumfahren. Das ist ein bisschen schwierig. Ah, wir haben ihn gefunden. So, dann nehmen wir die hier unten. Überhaupt kein Signal.
Bring me her head.
Ja, da meinte Catwoman wahrscheinlich. Die letzte Drohne, was sagt die zu uns? Na komm, da.
There you go. You'll be alright. Alright.
Standpunkt lokalisiert.
The Skyline Club. Jesus, didn't even wait for Falcone's body to get cold, did you, Oz?
Going to speak with him, Bruce?
Bruce Wayne already tried talking with Cobblepot. It's time he met the Batman.
Ja, es wird auch Zeit, dass Batman hier einstreitet. Der Skyline Club.
Come on, I know there's gotta be more around here. The man probably had millions in his sock drawer. If Falcone finds out I helped you, he'll kill me. Your boss won't be doing much of anything. Ever again.
So ganz Batman-lastig. Zack, bumm.
You lot, come check out his office.
Weil hier waren wir ja schon mal, um Falcone zu stürzen.
You can help me.
Let him go.
Batman! It's about time. You kill a crime boss, you'd expect a word of thanks from Gotham's #1 vigilante. Oh, don't worry, I'll pass your gratitude on to those who made it happen.
I said let him go.
You hear that, Roland? That sounded like an order.
I'll crush him.
Now, have a little respect for the Bat. Think he underestimates you. Is this about Falcone? We all saw how you felt about Falcone. Pounded him into a pulp on live TV. If you were truly the defender of this city, you'd have finished the job yourself. Admit it, Falcone deserved to die. Vermin like Falcone, they deserve to be stomped out. Believe me, I know.
You don't decide who lives and who dies. That's not justice.
But it's bloody well satisfying, isn't it? As a show of good faith, I'm gonna let this one go. How's about we talk this through? We helped you with Falcone. Now, if we could just cut out the rest of the rot Like Wayne and Hill, ordinary folks might be able to breathe.
What is it about this place that attracts criminal scum like you? What does Bruce Wayne have to do with this?
Pretty boy's got himself a fat bank account, thanks to his parents. Only problem is, they took that money from people that couldn't fight back. Here's the thing. I actually admire you, Batman. We both want the same kinds of things. Me and my people, we've got big plans for Gotham.
They found Catwoman. What do you want with her?
We had a deal. She didn't make good on it. So sorry this didn't work out, mate. I'd stay to watch. I would, but I still got a Catwoman problem to deal with. Oh, what's her name again?
Selina.
Yes! Oh, beautiful name.
Okay, jetzt kämpfen wir gegen ihn. Na komm. Das ist ein Strang. Natürlich mit der Batclaw. Aber der Typ ist schon weg. Ja, Oswald und alle sind schon weg.
Track down Selina Kyle.
I'll find her right away.
Ja, mal schauen, was Oswald noch mit Selina zu tun hat, beziehungsweise mit Selina vorhat. Ich ahne nichts Gutes. Die SMS kommt mir ein bisschen komisch vor. Aber sie ist es. Schätze ich mal. Wir als angesehener Milliardär kommen einfach hier hin, ja, ein Bierchen. Warum nicht?
Is that Bruce Wayne? You really think he'd show up here?
Ja, da hat er ausnahmsweise mal recht. Ja, wir sind's.
You lost? Because I don't have time for tourists. Looks like you walked into the wrong bar.
Yeah, I'm looking for a woman.
You wouldn't be the first.
Selina Kyle, I'm told she practically lives here.
Selina, huh? You don't strike me as her type.
You'd be surprised.
Hey, don't I know you? It is you. Knew it. The cops take all your fancy clothes? Were you trying to lay low? Of course, you're not really the low-lying type.
Buy you a drink?
How about a few? It ain't like you're short on cash.
Leave him alone, Frank. Man's just trying to have a quiet drink.
You didn't seem to mind the company. But whatever.
Selina, I need to tell you something important.
Better be an apology. You were supposed to take care of our mutual problem. Instead, you just pissed him off.
Well, I've met a couple of his goons myself. Your client isn't one for subtlety. The man who hired you, his name is Oswald Cobblepot.
Never heard of him.
He goes by Penguin.
Penguin? Shit. You've got to be kidding me. You should have just killed me on that rooftop. I'm dead anyway. When you screw someone over, you really screw them. The Penguin.
Penguin can't take on both of us, and I'm not going anywhere. Clearly you know something about him.
I only know him by reputation. I'm surprised you never heard of him. He's a big deal across the pond. He's more dangerous than you think. You don't know what you're getting into.
I grew up with Oz. He's the first real friend I ever had.
I'm not surprised. Questionable morals and a penchant for theatrics. You two have a lot in common. The question is, why Gotham? Why now? It's not like he's hurting for crime syndicates abroad. Why leave that?
He thinks he's changing the world for the better, no matter the cost.
Well, he's no Joan of Arc, that's for sure. Well, I'm not sticking around here to find out.
Oswald, Penguin is about to unleash God knows what on the city. You can't just leave.
A good reason not to be here when he does. You want to stay? That's your choice.
If Penguin is everything you say, there's no tree high enough for you to climb. He will find you.
So what are you suggesting? The bat helps the cat?
And the cat helps the bat.
Bruce, sweetie, the gallant knight thing, it really is adorable. But what would Harvey think? The two of us, working together? After all, I'm not really an all work and no play kind of girl. Harvey knows that.
Keep Harvey out of this. The less he knows, the safer he'll be.
I'm sure his safety is your paramount concern. You and I...
Oh oh, es kommt so, wie ich gesagt habe. Es wird auf jeden Fall nicht gut aussehen, wahrscheinlich in der Barschlägerei oder so.
You were right.
Selena Kyle, Penguin says hello. Beat it. We're here for her. If you care about your own skin, you'll get the hell out.
Gentlemen, please. Sit. Have a drink. Let's work this out like civilized people.
We're done talking.
Auf jeden Fall, jetzt geht's richtig los. Eine krasse Barschlägerei. Ja, warum nicht? Kann man machen. Ja, Selina ist auch nicht von schlechten Eltern. Kommt auf jeden Fall richtige Batman-Stimmung wieder auf. Ey, ich sag das auch in jeder Folge, ne?
I think they want more.
Then let's give it to him.
Es sieht einfach nur geil aus wieder. Ja, Batman und Catwoman regeln eine kleine Bar ab.
For such a pretty boy. Come on, this way.
Ja, dann sagen wir da an dieser sensationellen Stelle see you guys und seht das nächste Mal, wie es wohl weitergeht mit Batman, The Telltale Series.
Leute, wollt ihr kein Video mehr verpassen? Lasst ein Abo da und wenn euch das Video gefallen hat, teilen, Däumchen drunter und für alles andere sind die Kommentare below.